Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video from my channel, Star Memories. In today's video, we'll be highlighting America's celebrities who have passed away in the last few days. Our first news is this: the Mortician'S jaw-dropping true story about organ harvesting, cremation, and the Lamb funeral home. When a family-run business is around for decades, people tend to assume the owners have been competently providing a valuable service. The case of the Lamb Funeral Home on Orange Grove Boulevard in Pasadena, California, proved that looks can be deceiving. While generations of families entrusted their loved ones' bodies to the mortuary established in 1929 by Charles F. Lamb, authorities discovered in 1986 that countless people who paid for cremation services were not getting what they expected in return. And then there was the persistent rumor, addressed in HBO's new docuseries The Mortician, that the founder's great-grandson, David Sconce, had a hand in dispatching a business rival who was getting too close to the truth. The Mortician has been unpacking the bizarre saga with the help of Sconce, who spent 10 years in prison for probation violation after a complicated legal journey. And, while he denies killing anybody, he remains unapologetic about what went on at the crematorium under his watch. To me, commingling of ash is not a big deal, Sconce said in the series of his admitted regular practice of cremating as many bodies as possible at once, which basically ensured that families wouldn't be receiving only their loved ones' ashes. I don't put any value in anybody after they're gone and dead, as they shouldn't when I'm gone and dead. It's not a person anymore. He did worry at the time about getting caught, he said, because the practice, which Sconce alleged is common in the cremation industry, was a crime under the state's Health and Safety Code. Meanwhile, the National Funeral Directors Association said in response to The Mortician that, though the actions chronicled in this documentary are both horrifying and real, they are not indicative of the business itself. It's important to remember that the subject of this documentary is not representative of the funeral profession as a whole, the organization said in a May 30th statement. Every day, tens of thousands of funeral directors work around the clock to help families take the first steps toward healing following the death of a loved one. With care, compassion, and integrity, they help families create meaningful funeral and memorial services that reflect their loved ones' personal values, interests, and experiences. Sconce stupidly justified what he was up to, he explained in the series, thinking nobody cares about these people anyway. Most of my cases were scatter at sea, no visitors, no viewing. As for the remains returned to loved ones, Sconce maintained that it still didn't really matter what was in that urn. People just got to be more in control of their emotions, he said, because that's not your loved one anymore, and it never has been. Love them when they're here. Period. Who is the Mortician's David Sconce? Charles F. Lamb founded the Lamb Funeral Home in Pasadena, California, in the 1920s. His son, Lawrence C. Lamb, took over the business in the 1950s, and then his daughter, Lori-Ann Lamb, and her husband, Jerry Sconce, became the new owners in the 1980s. While Lori-Ann and Jerry ran the mortuary, their son, David Sconce, was in charge of cremation services, which were provided at a separate site they owned, the Pasadena Crematorium in nearby Altadena. He was funny. He was fun. He had a beautiful family. Sconce's ex-wife, Barbara Hunt, said of her former spouse in the HBO docuseries The Mortician, which chronicles the shocking downfall of the Lamb family business. I was very infatuated, fell in love right away. In hindsight, Hunt continued, she did find it odd that her husband-to-be's grandfather Lawrence and grandmother Lucille Lamb both asked her, on their wedding day, if she was sure she wanted to marry Sconce, and her future father-in-law told her, "You can back out." I thought it was very strange, but I didn't let it stop me, she recalled. I wanted to marry him. Loren Ruch, host of Hgtv's House Party, dead at 55. After cancer battle, the Hgtv family is mourning one of their most beloved members. Loren Ruch, who served as the network's head of content and co-hosted the 2021 series Hgtv's House Party alongside Brian Balthazar, died at age 55, according to an internal memo from Warner Brothers Television Group Chairman Channing Dungey. "It is with incredible sadness that I write to tell you about the loss of one of our beloved colleagues," Dungey said in the memo obtained by Today.com. Loren Ruch passed away this morning, June 12, 2025, surrounded by his husband and dear friends, following a courageous battle with acute myeloid leukemia. Dungey went on to highlight Ruch's career of more than 30 years, describing him as the rare leader who lifted everyone around him. Loren built not only hit shows but enduring relationships, serving as mentor, advocate, and true friend to countless colleagues across the television landscape, she continued. His impact stretched far beyond the screen. Loren was the connective tissue of every room he entered, the glue that bound teams, departments, and friendships. According to the American Cancer Society, acute myeloid leukemia, ML, is a leukemia that starts in the bone marrow and typically moves into the blood. The disease, which is one of the most common forms of leukemia in adults, tends to progress quickly and usually requires immediate treatment. In the wake of Ruch's passing, several HGTV personalities have honored his memory on social media, including Christina Hawk, who called him one of the rare ones and the real ones. "Everyone adored you," she wrote on her Instagram stories alongside a photo of herself in Ruch. "You are loved by so many and will be missed dearly." Jonathan Scott also shared a pic of himself and fiancée Zooey Deschanel having dinner with Ruch and his husband David Salas, along with emotional tribute to the late TV executive. "Struggling with the loss of my friend tonight," he wrote in an Instagram stories post. "Loren, you're one of the great ones." Next news, David Eason's ex Olivia Leedham speaks out after daughter Layla's death. Olivia Leedham is expressing gratitude amid her grieving process. Less than a week after her 7-year-old daughter Lila died following a seizure in the hospital June 7th, David Eason's ex, also mom to son Caden, 10, with the Teen Mom alum, shared a statement to those who have shown support to her family. On a GoFundMe page, Olivia's friend Alice Guy set up to assist in expenses. An update from the family read, "Olivia and Caden want to express their heartfelt gratefulness for all of the love and generosity and support." The note from Olivia, who is currently a barber based in Naples, Florida, comes just days after her friend confirmed Lila had died after she had been in the emergency room several times without a diagnosis. Olivia's mother subsequently confirmed Lila's death to People. News attempted to reach Olivia but did not hear back. Our friend Olivia Leedham tragically lost her beautiful 7-year-old daughter, Lila Price, yesterday. The June 8th GoFundMe statement read, "Lila was a bright light in their family and loved life and Jesus very much." Olivia's social media posts were often dominated with photos of her 2 children and expressed in a 2020 Instagram post that she always strived to make their lives better. "They are my world and so much more," she wrote in the post. "I look at them each day thinking about how grateful I truly am. It almost brings tears to my eyes because they mean more to me than I could ever explain in words. They are my light and my sunshine to my day." And the mom of 2 often spotlighted both of her kids in individual tribute posts. "My little girl. She truly amazes me every day," Olivia wrote in another 2024 post dedicated to Lila. "Her beautiful heart and mind. She is smart. She has the most amazing personality, and I'm so proud of her for who she is. I love you, my little Lila bug." Katie Couric honors husband John Molnar in anniversary tribute to late husband Jay Monahan. Katie Couric is looking back at a bittersweet memory. Over 27 years after the legendary journalist's husband John Paul J. Monahan died following a battle with colon cancer, she reflected on their marriage while thanking her now husband John Molnar for his support. Today, June 10th, would have been our Gulp 36th wedding anniversary. Katie, who shares daughters Ellie, 33, Carrie, 29, with Jay, wrote on Instagram, We were married for 10 years before Jay died. This is a sad day for me, but also a day of gratitude. Although our time together ended far too soon, our love endures, especially in our remarkable daughters. She continued alongside a carousel of family photos. We miss you, Jay, every day, but especially on the important milestones where your absence feels so acute. Happy anniversary to you, wherever you may be. The Today alum also expressed gratitude to John, whom she married in 2014, adding, "And a special thank you to a John Molnar, who understands there is room in my heart for both of them." Looking back at Jay's cancer battle, which she detailed in her 2021 memoir, Going There, Katie has admitted that she was too scared to face the reality of his prognosis. Thank you for watching.